Then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared I walk a straight path. Not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Good morning, everybody. I pushed the wrong button. That's better. That's so much better. If it's 7C or 18 Fahrenheit. All right, good morning, guys. Sorry, it looks like the chat is not populating correctly again, but I don't know. I just don't know at this point. You guys type some stuff, it'll show up on the screen. You know the dealio. I don't normally do live streams on Sundays, but yeah, it's a little bit of news this morning. It's a little bit of news. People were like, "Is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen?" If you had a TikTok account, put a one in the chat. Let's go ahead and wake things up a little bit. Maybe 6 or 7 of you actually had one. I know I had one, and it's funny too because I had the screen on and then I refreshed it, and it was like, "This doesn't exist anymore, but you can still download your information." It's like, why would you want to download your information so that you could repopulate it later when they come back? Isn't that special? Isn't that special? We're gonna go ahead and give the chat a chat, or not the chat, whatever you guys want to talk about. Obviously, TikTok related. I do have something to show you. We're going to go over the reasons, the actual reasons why TikTok was banned in the United States. In a matter of fact, let's see here. Let's see here. Congress archives TikTok ban. We'll open that up right there. One and still have. That's Canada. That is hilarious. Let's see. Billions more for Israel. TikTok's bans. It looks like they're going to ban TikTok in Israel as well. But let me see here. 21, 22. That's too old. Where are we at here? Choo, choo, choo. Hi. You know what? Maybe I just need to go to the um National Archives. Let's go there. And then let's go to TikTok. TikTok, enter. Oh, 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 well, excuse me. All right, let's see here. Oh, there's actually a Trump archives on TikTok. Oh, that should be interesting. I'm not even going to try and delve into a lot of the craziness. So I want to stick to the vase, the most broadest terms that so that people will understand, because there's some very highly technical reasons for TikTok being banned. What is that? What is what is going on with that? All right. Anyway, okay. So with that all said, hopefully you guys are having a great Sunday morning. Probably going to catch a couple of you at church. It looks like Cindy is first attitude. Number two, Bradley Collins is deterred, and everybody's talking about. Looks like someone hit 6 months. I know she's asking about it. It's kind of funny. This reward system that YouTube has. Well, it's actually I built that, believe it or not. But yeah, let's see here. Alrighty then's here. We talked about him. We got Blaine showed up. What do we got? Let's see here. The militarist is here. Nice, nice. Where are we at? Sure, Bradley, Cindy Hoffman. Cuck V showed up because YouTube didn't want competition. At that. Eh. Let's see here. I won't use Timu either. Skanes Girl showed up. Never did TikTok. Like I didn't already have enough content available to distract me from what I really needed to be doing. Absolutely 100%. It's you go down that K hole really, really fast. Freedom Nugget shut up. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, so I think we got enough people. And so this whole TikTok thing has actually gone by. You know what? I need to get rid of that. Hold on a second, guys. Let me just delete that. Yes, delete that. Boom. You guys don't. We know what day it is. Today is actually the day of the winner circle of damn, what my words are not working. Maybe I should take some of the brain pills or something. But the the rally, there's a name they're calling it something, but it's basically we won rally. It's happening in DC right now. Knocking on wood, I know, right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and push this buttons over here, and we'll start talking about some of this stuff real quick here. Because, like I said, I like it to stay relevant. I mean, it is Sunday, but we should still try and to stay relevant. There's Captain Blue Tie still has his phone number listed there. We'll keep that up until Monday. Um, the day before the reckoning. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Netta, good morning. Good to see you. Good to see you. But I could probably make this a little bit bigger. If you guys look at this, a lot of people don't know this, but the everything that people do in the government is archived. Um, and it's part of the Transparency Act or something to that effect. Government transparency. If you look on here, guys, if you look on here, this is something that President Trump, an executive order that he issued when he was the president the last time. The last time. So he's talking about Donald Trump, President of the United States, find that additional steps must be taken to deal with the national security emergency with respect to the information communications technology and services supply chain, declared Executive Order 13873 of May 2019, securing the information and communication technology chain. Specifically, the spread in the United States of mobile applications developed and owned by companies in the People's Republic of China continues to threaten the national security, foreign policy. I'm gonna make this bigger. Boom, that's what she said. Where are we at here? Must Foreign policy and economy of the United States. At this time, action must be taken to address the threat posed by one mobile application in particular, TikTok. TikTok, a video sharing mobile application owned by the Chinese company ByteDance Limited, has reportedly been downloaded over 170 million times in the United States and over 1 billion times globally. TikTok automatically captures vast swaths, which we are going to dive into in detail over the next hour, of information for its users, including internet and other network activity information such as location data, browsing, and search histories. This data collection threatens to allow the Chinese Communist Party access to Americans' personal and proprietary information, potentially allowing China to track the locations of federal employees and contractors, build dossiers of personal information for blackmail, and conduct corporate espionage. Guys, I don't know if it gets any deeper than that. I mean, we can continue to read this over and over, but the bottom line is this is why TikTok had to go. If you I don't think I have the Discord. Hold on a second here. DIS Discord. We're gonna fire that up real quick here. Let's see. General chat, or where was it in news? This was so last night. This is what everybody, hold on. Last night, the donut is real. Let's see here. Where do we put that? So this is the one last night. Fortunate. No, that's not it. That it was great. Was it? Maybe I put it in news. There it is. So this is the one that everybody got last night. We regret that a U.S. law banning TikTok will take effect on January 19th and force us to make our services temporarily unavailable. We're working to restore the service in the units as soon as possible, and we appreciate your support. Please stay tuned. That is, and here's the thing. I'm sorry, guys. My nose is doing some weird stuff right now. All better. Here's the weird thing. You could hit that dismiss button and you just continue TikToking like it was cool. But at midnight, it was over. I woke up this morning. I had a TikTok page open on my PC back there on the LP headquarters machine, and the I was like, okay, refresh, and then when you hit the refresh button, you get that one right there. Sorry, TikTok isn't available right now. What do you mean right now? A law banning TikTok has been enacted in the U.S. Unfortunately, that means you can't use TikTok for now. We are fortunate that President Trump has indicated that he will work with us on a solution to reinstate TikTok once he takes office. Please stay tuned. In the meanwhile, you can still download your data. So if you did not download your data, it's gone. But who cares, right? Who cares? What is your data? What is the data that they're collecting? What is that? What is this whole data thing about? Well, it's the problem with TikTok, guys. It's the real problem with TikTok, and we're actually going to use technology to help people understand it because at the time in 2020 where President Trump was saying, it was it 2020 executive order was in 2020, right? Let's see here. Yeah, 2020, August 6th, 2020. Back when he was telling people that, hey, oh, by the way, you're being spied on, and we want that to stop. And they didn't. They made it worse. They made it so much worse. And, I've told people that once it's on your phone, you can delete it all day long and it is there. I had to explain this to an 18-year-old boy who is very technologically savvy. And he said, "What's the real problem with TikTok? Why is it a national security issue?" I said, "Well, son, it's because it looks at every single thing that you do, every device that this device touched electronically, every environment that it goes in, your every position on the face of the planet, every key. I mean, it's just we're going to go into the detail on this, but basically the word everything should be used in quote fingers, everything, capital letters all the way around. And that's the real problem with TikTok. And then it's all going back to the CCP, and people just couldn't wrap their head around it. And the thing is that TikTok is perpetuated by the 20 somethings. Okay. Um, it's and they just can't wrap their heads around that technology to understand how bad it is for them, their children, their grandchildren. It's bad for the future. You know what I'm saying? And so we're going to go into some of that, and I found an ingenious way of doing it that I think that you guys will enjoy. Let's see. I'm going to go to the chat here real quick. And let's see here. We got, looks like Pilgrim showed up. Johnny Appleseed's in the house. Time to take back all the land in America that China has been buying up. Well, I mean, legally own it, but I mean, I'm sure we can do something nefarious. Kind of we use a VPN. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because it goes deeper than that. Johnny Appleseed. Um, let's see. I heard. Pilgrim says, I heard data is the new gold. It has been for years. It's how like you look at one thing on frickin' on Amazon and an hour later you got, hey, we see something you might like, and they put that thing and like four other things exactly like it. What's up, Spags? Good to see you, bro. So good to see you. The only social media I have is YouTube. I don't post. To each their own, bro. To each their own. Skane says, same reason I don't have Facebook on my phone. Can't delete it once it's on there. Yeah, I mean, I have Messenger on my phone, but I don't. I've deleted the Facebook app. Now, you guys, first and foremost, guys, this is not a don't want everybody tracking me live stream, okay? Because if you believe for a second that while this phone is off, okay, while you completely power it down, that it is not listening to you, that it is not logging your location, that cell towers are not triangulating where you are, or it is not listening to you, or the camera is not on, you are an absolute full. Okay. Because that is not how this technology works. This technology is designed and built to track and be part of your life. And on the good side of the coin, it's like learning who you are. It learns how it learns how you talk in your chats, like how you chat, the words that you use. It memorizes them and makes it easier for you to have conversations in words that you would normally use. The whole thing, there's actually AI in these phones. It's not super advanced, but it's there. Okay. And if you believe that none of that's happening, you are a fool. So let's not go down the road of, well, they're going to track us anyway, because that's not what TikTok was doing, guys. TikTok was doing some nefarious stuff. And we're going to go into it here in a minute. Let's see here. Exactly. LP, it's too late. We're all effed. Minority Reporter, good to see you, bro. Dude that wrote the TikTok ban bill made some purchases right after, that's gonna get him locked up. I hope so. I hope so. Skane says, I have Messenger also, but same problem. Plan to ditch it when I get a new phone, which will be soon. Just make sure, guys, listen, if you get a new phone, I hate to tell you this, but when you get a new phone, everything that you have on your phone is in a cloud someplace, whether you like it or not. If you get a new phone, you literally have to start from scratch. Do not let them transfer your contacts. Do not let them transfer anything from one phone to the next. Do not allow it. Some people have their cloud set on auto update, okay? And as soon as you buy a new phone, everything that was on that cloud is on your new phone. So before you go off going crazy thinking because you went down to the local Verizon store and they gave you a new brick for the old brick, make sure you got your trash in one bag. Otherwise, I don't know why. I don't know why you would even know what you're doing. Ian showed up. Good to see you, bro. Every phone already has a backdoor. Absolutely, 100%. Johnny Appleseed, I don't have apps on my phone, and I absolutely hate how when it's updated, it installs games bundles. Oh yeah, I get 4 games every time it updates. It's like, and here's the thing too, it doesn't take them off. Okay. So you literally wake up one day and you have like 50 games on your phone that are, and you're like, your phone's like, hey, you're dangerously hot. Your storage is dangerously full, guys. And you're like, what the hell's going on here? I can pick up my phone right now. I'm not joking. I probably have 4 games in there that I don't know anything about. Not a joke. Every single time. Um, Walmart makes more money from data from Vizio TVs than they do from sell. That's very possible, Bradley. That's very possible. Spag says, but without TikTok, how will 57-year-old creepy man watch 14-year-old girls twerk? OnlyFans. Make them pay for it. Now you know that. Netta says, my life is boring. Not too much to listen to. Absolutely. Freedom says, I use burner phones. I have contemplated doing that in the past. But I tell you what, there's just a lot to be said of having a computer in your hand. There really is. We live in a day and age where these things are almost a necessity. Um, but I would invest in one of those phones that's either a de-Googled phone. I actually de-Googled this phone. I can still use Google, but everything that is Google related is turned off or gone off the phone. Um, and it works. It works just fine. But there are other phones out there by other companies. The guy, I can't remember the name of. Man, my nose is itching like crazy. I can't remember the name of the guy or the company that. If you know the name of the company that sells the new phones that have all of their own proprietary stuff, the guy used to own Blackwater, but I can't remember the name of the company. So if you know the name of the company, put it in the chat. Let's see here. IA is a digital Ouija board. There you go. Let's see. Johnny Appleseed says, from watching true crime TV, if you're up to no good, leave your phone at home. Yeah, carrying your phone around is just stupid. If you plan on doing something nefarious, don't carry your phone with you. Let's see here. The only games on my phone are Monopoly. Go and kill shots. Let's see here. No, it's not Mint Mobile. I can't remember the name of it. If you remember me towards the end of this, I'll see if I can't look it up. What a smartphone. I have no social life. I can't chat with you all. I know, right? Without one. There you go. Company is coming if your nose is itching. Ah, I see. Is that, I mean, I thought it was like money. Was it itchy hand was money? I can't remember. Anyway, my nose itches because I haven't taken an allergy pill and I need to trim my mustache. That's why my nose itches. No, it's not Boost. It's something else. It's something else. Cindy says, put your phone in a signal blocking box when not using and can have preset time for communications if needed. Privacy. Yeah, I mean that's an option. That's definitely an option. That's old school, easy to work. Just make sure that you put your phone in airplane mode first, or turn it off, because if not, it'll keep looking for a signal. Eric Prince, there you go. Unplugged. Thank you, lazy. Absolutely. Let me look at that. I'm gonna put that on the screen so we can talk about it later. UNPLUGGED. Unplugged phone. There you go. Unplugged. And I know he's already selling them. I know that he's already selling them, and I've actually contemplated getting one, but I use this damn thing for YouTube. So I might have to, if I could make any money at this stuff, I'd be able to have two phones. Anywho, thank you very much. That was great, man. That was great. Bradley says, "Yeah, I'm not too worried about using the info they got from me. I get up to, I get up, go to work, and stay there all day, then drive home and stay at home. Either way, I know. People think their lives are so plain, but the problem is they use them to, they use the information that they gather to attack us economically, and that's the real issue. That's the real issue. Could it be used for nefarious means? Yes, like tracking all of the people who drive with their phones to a military base every day, and then creating target dossiers on those people. Yeah, because that's really the way it works. Okay, so here's one of the things that I've decided to do here. Let me go ahead and I gotta open my email. I need an email. Let's see here. And I need this question right here. And let's go ahead and push this. I want you guys to watch this. Hopefully it does the same thing on this computer that it did when I tested it on the other computer this morning. It should. It should. And let me make sure you guys can actually see this. You can. Okay, so what I've done is I've opened up Chat GTP and I'm going to tell it to do something, okay? I want you guys to watch this. I'm going to make this bigger. Let me make this. There you go. Not too big because then you won't get the. So make a list of all data types and points that TikTok collects. Prepare to have your mind blown. Click. Gee, why would it be taking so long to do this particular search? Interesting. Very, very interesting. I think, and see, what I've done is I've done a backup search because what happens is if you guys didn't know, ChatGTP is basically another lefty company. When the algorithm starts to detect that it's getting all of these different questions that they don't want you to see, the answers they don't want you to see, they turn those questions off. I asked this exact question earlier, so watch this. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. It's gone. It's gone. Isn't that special, guys? Gee, why would that happen? Let's try this again. Hmm, interesting. Okay, let's play. Oh, wait. Oh, here we go. Watch this. The list just keeps on growing. Oh, user activity and behavior. Wow, payment information. Oh, come on now. Just keep doing what you're doing there. Keep going down. There you go. Oh, third-party data, inferred and analyzed data. Come on, just keep showing it to us, man. There we go. So it looked up and found at least 7 major data points. All of this information the mighty TikTok was collecting. Let me make sure I've on the right screen here so you can see what I'm talking about. Let's see here. I'm sure that's just a coincidence. I know, right? May not have an answer right now. Banned. Let's see here. So let's talk about the number one. And we're just going to go with what they talk about. And anything that they miss that I can remember, I'll definitely be bringing up. So, user provided information. So this is information that people, it's not that you gave them, it's that you agreed to give them. When you went, bloop, agree. You agreed to give them this information. So, account information, username, password, email address, phone number, profile photo, and birthday. Okay, this all sounds like valid information because this is the information that you are like, this is who you are, right? Profile details. bio, your biography, if you wrote one, links that you provided, your profile pictures, and your account settings. This all sounds very copacetic and and legitimate. They have the right to have this data. Okay. Contents, videos you made, comments, captions, hashtags, and live streams. So now we're starting to go a little deeper down the rabbit hole, but like why why do you need my captions? Why do you need my hashtags? Interesting. Okay. So maybe you're going to use that to work the algorithm or something, right? Messages, private messages. If you message somebody privately, they are collecting that information, not only the content, but the metadata as to where you are when you type that information and whomever responds their metadata as well. Like metadata is like the detailed information that normally has positioning data inside of it for a location, grid coordinates, lat longs, things like that. Your contacts, uploaded phone contacts, social media connections, if linked. But who cares about social media connections? Uploaded phone contacts. So when you click the agree button, you agreed that your phone is going to upload all of your phone contacts to China. Now, if that's not bad enough, we've only hit one of 7 points identified by ChatGTP or GPT. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? Let's see here. Let's go ahead and check out the chat here. May not have an answer now. Got you. I'm sure this is just a manipulating AI will cause real Skynet. What do you guys think about number one so far? Doesn't it sound fun that they've in the very first part of their terms of service, they're literally telling you we're going to steal all this stuff and start tracking you, right? Let's see. All social media does the same as TikTok. That is not true, and we're going to cover that. Oops. Thanks for showing up, bro. Appreciate you. That is absolutely not true. Let's see here. Number two, automatic, like I said, with number one, it's like, okay, we're just kind of dipping our toes into the stupid stuff. But for the most part, like Oops says, all social media does the same as TikTok. That is an untrue statement, Oops. All social media does not do everything we're about to talk about. Number two, automatically collected information, device ID, unique device identifiers, e.g., IMEI. That is the special phone that is the special number number that is on your phone. It's like when you start a phone up, you have to like type in your IMEI. It's like 16 characters, I think. And your Android ID. Let's see here. I'm ready to go offline and live like it's the 1800s. So why do they need to know the identification number for your phone from the phone company? And why do they need to know your Android ID? So if you like start an Android profile, you need an Android ID. Why do they need that? They don't. The operating system version and type. Okay, so this is not bad because they have to make their apps specifically for different operating systems. This is not bad, right? The device model, hardware type, manufacturer, and settings. So why do they need to know the settings of your phone? Interesting. The mobile carrier, network provider details. Why do they need to know that? That there's no need for that. There's no like we can make things better for everybody if we know what network you're on. They don't need to know that. And it's interesting. And oddly enough, here's the real dumb thing. If you're on a Verizon phone, you're on a Chinese phone. It's that easy. The company's owned by like Vizion is the name of the parent company of Verizon. Screen data, resolution, dots per inch, and refresh rate. That doesn't sound too nefarious, but it's like, I mean, you're not making my experience better by knowing what the DPI of my phone is. App information, installed apps, list of apps installed on the device. Sometimes. Why do they need a list of device or of apps that are installed on my phone? Why? Why do they need that? They don't. Okay? App usage, interactions with TikTok. Hold on, I gotta take this. Sorry about that. That was the girlfriend just letting me know that she's going to breakfast with her. Ew. Which I expected. Anywho, getting back on track. Where we at here? Hardware type, etc. Mobile carrier, screen resolution, installed apps. Why do they need a list of the installed apps on our phone? Why do they need to know what the other apps on our phone? They don't. App usage, interactions with TikTok, e.g., time spent, clicks, likes, shares. I can see that. I can see that. That's. I think that's good data for them to try and make you watch more videos or to try and uh, create an opportunity to get money from you. I mean, it's business. I understand. That's not a big deal. Network information, IP address from approximate location. Why do they need our IP address? They don't. Wi-Fi data, network name, SSID, and connection strength. They don't need to know what Wi-Fi you are using. They don't need to know any of this stuff. Okay? Connection type, whether it's Wi-Fi, 4G, 5G, etc. Okay. I can track with that because then now they can do like bandwidth tests and things like that. So that's not totally a bad thing. All right. Location data, GPS data. If location permissions are granted, by the way, I'm here to tell you right now, they found out that that's an absolute lie. If your permission, even if you don't grant permissions, your location data, you were still being tracked. You were still being tracked. That came out in a congressional hearing. Inferred location based on IP address, SIM card, and device settings. Okay, why why would they be trying why would they be trying to infer your location, which means they're tracking you without their GPS on? They're using triangulation, they're using an IP address. They know they'll track an IP address down to an address, and then you say that that's your location. Why are they doing that? They don't need to do that. They don't need to do that. Cookies and tracking. Behavioral tracking, interactions with content, including scroll patterns. Okay, that's not bad. Web activity, websites visited if linked with TikTok or embedded browser. That is a lie. They found that out in the congressional hearing as well, that TikTok is actually tracking all of your web activity, whatever you typed into a web browser on your phone, or even worse, and we'll probably cover it later, but even worse. TikTok is actually doing keystroke reading of computers that are in your home that are connected to the Wi-Fi that you actually connected your TikTok phone and when you connected it to your Wi-Fi. Every device, every single device. It's absolutely insane. Tracking technologies, pixel tags, cookies, and local storage. Why do they need to know the local storage? Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Meta does not collect the same data. Meta collects similar data, but they don't collect all of that. Otherwise, Meta would be on the list of apps to be banned. They would be deemed a national security risk. So, all right. So number 3, I'm going to go to the chat here real quick. And let's see. True. Try again. Can't email without becoming property of the email provider. Where we at here? Crew, cause there are like the cops. Your ID, it's like crack for them. Let's see here. What info does Meta collect? And then Freedom's like saying they collect all the same data, which is it's not true. Okay, so we're going to take a sip of coffee here real quick. It looks like we've got 20 something, 24 people in here, something to that effect, which is super duper on a Sunday. You know, consider like half the people's probably in church or just getting out. All right, let's talk about number 3, user activity and behavior. Content interactions, likes, shares, saved videos, contents, duets, and stitches. Seems legit. That's all within the app. Viewing history, videos watched, duration, frequency, and pause points. That's all. This is all legit. Search histories, queries and hashtags searched. Okay, that's all still within the app. Follower data, accounts followed and followers gained. This is all number three. It's all legitimate. It's absolutely all legitimate. That's within it. So payment information, transaction date, purchase made in apps, okay, or in app for coins, gifts, and subscriptions, billing information, credit card details, PayPal or other payment methods, transaction metadata, timestamps, payments, amount, and receipts. These are all legitimate. These are all what Oops would say. Did I get that right? Was it Oops? No, it was Freedom. It was Freedom. These are all the same things that every other app is going to collect. Biometrics and sensitive data. Huh. Where applicable and legal. Gee, I wonder where it's illegal to collect bio or biometric data with a phone. Hmm. Face data, scanned for filters or augmented reality effects. They're collecting your facial data points. Isn't that special? That's not necessary. The app is supposed to do that every time you try and use it for a filter to do some crazy stuff, right? You know those stupid little filters that you could use to change like how you looked or put something on your head, like duh, you know, turn you into a cowboy or a bunny. Yeah, they're saving that data. Voice data captured in videos or interactions. If you didn't know this, if you were ever on TikTok, your voice belongs to them now. They can do anything they want with it, and there's nothing you can do about it. Is that easy? What was that? That was a crazy noise on my phone. Does TikTok know that I'm talking about them? Is that what they know? Left home. Okay, good. That's not it. Starlink mission. Don't care. Where are we at? Geospatial sensitivities, content preferences and behaviors in specific regions. This means that they're tracking not only where you are, but what you do when you get there. So if you go to Walmart to pick up somebody who's working there and you get there half an hour early and you get bored and you watch TikTok there for half an hour before your kid gets in the car, they know where you are and when you're going to do that. Interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff if you think about it. Third party data, linked accounts, data from Facebook, Google, Instagram, or other linked services. Why? Why do they need information from those accounts? Hmm. There's nothing shifty about that. Advertiser data, ad interactions, preferences, and demographics inferred by advertisers. Completely understandable. Partner platforms, data from third party apps or sites that integrate TikTok SDKs. So if you downloaded an app that interacts in any way, shape, or form with TikTok, every piece of data that's inside of those apps they're using to gather. And here's the funny thing. What they'll do is they'll like, well, we really would like to be able to gather this particular type of data point. It's something super specific. Then they'll be like, so let's brainstorm how we create an app that does that without you actually thinking about it. And then they link it to TikTok. And now when you do it with that app, they get that data point that they're looking for. Hmm. I wonder why. I wonder why they would want to do that. And number seven, inferred and analyzed data, preferences, topics of interest based on behavior and activity, user persona. The user persona. I wonder why they need that. Age, range, gender, personality traits, predicted. Trends, popular content, engagement, or emerging patterns. So we've covered all seven of them, and it's I just don't think that that this whole thing TikTok coming back to America. Um, I can't say my gut says that there's money to be made if that happens, and that's the only way that it will happen. Okay. I think that I think what President Trump has said is 90 days. He's going to give them 90 days to find a U.S. buyer. That buyer would have to be approved by the FTC and probably the FCC. Um, and then they'd have to prove that all of these type of very intrusive data collection processes were removed from the app, and that the app had no backdoor link back to China. They'd really have to do that. Um, I think what the big problem with TikTok is it's probably going to ensure that that doesn't happen, that it would have to be rebuilt from the ground up, in the same way that Elon rebuilt Twitter into X, removing all sorts of not just people, but things within the algorithm, processes within the software itself, that were doing these very, very stupid things. And then they would have to, there's probably going to be a review process, a probationary period to prove that none of this stuff was happening. And then probably like an annual review process to make sure that, Congress stays on top of these situations, and I think that that's the only way to make sure, because, you know, they'll just make um, they'll just make another app, you know what I'm saying? And to try and collect the information that they want. But the estimate is that the CCP has dossiers on about 98% of all American citizens. Not a joke. They don't care if it's little Tommy playing on his phone, playing frickin', super duper pooper scooper dirt bike games on his phone that doesn't even have an account, but it hits the internet. All the way up to the guy who goes to DC every day and works in secure facilities. They that this is what our counterintelligence agencies and cybersecurity agencies are telling us. Um, it's pretty ridiculous. It's pretty ridiculous. So let's see here. I guess I need to go to the chat. You guys are putting some stuff in there. Rose showed up. Good morning. Cindy says, so I shouldn't use my phone naked. They would probably be disgusted and stop using the camera info from my phone. No money in it for them. You'd be surprised. There's a niche for all that stuff. Let's see. Let's see. It looks like Cuck V took off. Good to see you, Bray. Have fun at church. Teresa, LP Cuck V. Oops, chat. There you go. Good to see you, Teresa. Let's see here. There's already a new app, Red Note. Well, Red Note is not new. Red Note is primarily used in China. You know what? Let's see if we can find. Let's see. Hold on a second. Now, Red Note is if you look right here, what pops up? Red Note is known as Shengshu. I think I said that right. You know what? Let's see. Shengshu. Let's go. Shengshu. What's Shengshu? Red Note. You know what? It doesn't say what it's detected. Let's go to Chinese. Chinese, traditional Chinese. There's no translation for it. All right. Simplified. There's no translation. You're supposed to be able to like make it say it. You know what? Screw this. I think it's because I was in the web version of it. Let's see. Chinese traditional right there. And we're going to translate that. It's supposed to translate into Red Book. Do you mean, okay, live petite lever rogue? No, that is not what I meant. Let's go with that. There we go. And
Xiaoshu,
show.
Xiaoshu, 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 Xiaoshu.
It's the best. It's the best. But basically, it's supposed to translate out to be Red Book, which is it's an old Chinese book that they started doing all the socialism stuff with. It's actually from 2013. It's Chinese most popular social networking platform. And it surged in January 2025. Red Note saw a surge in new users from the United States as a response to the anticipated TikTok US operations shutdown. Ah, it's too funny. It's too funny. Red Notes users were reportedly born after 1990, and nearly 70% of them are female. That's funny. Red Note offers features similar to TikTok, such as video editing, finding trending sounds, and shop sections. Users can also make money through the platform, similar to TikTok's monetization methods. Yeah, the name Shangzhou or Little Red Book was inspired by the co-founder Mao's career in Bain and Company, an education of Stafford Graduate School of Business. Oh, great! He's a Chinese guy who got all of his education here in America. Isn't that special? Sometimes you just can't make this stuff up, guys. You just can't make this stuff up. Let's see here. Cindy says the people aren't the problem. The government and corporations are. 100% correct, Rooney. You are 100% correct. But it's replacement for the TikToks here in the U.S. Yes, it has been released here in the United States. You can download the app. You can download the app. Let's see here. You know what? Interesting. Let's go to Play Store. There we go. Okay, let's go for download. This is not it. This is not it. You tried to trick me. Where are we at? Because I spelled it wrong. Play Store. There we go. There we go. Android Play Store. And let's go. And where's this? There's got to be a search button here. There we go. TikTok. Oh no, it's not there. But look what's on the screen. Clapper. Apparently, Clapper had some problems too today. So let's go with Red Book. Red Book. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. Is it Red Book or it's Red Note? Is what it is. So you actually get like a little Chinese symbol on here. Let's go to Red Note. Let's see here. No, we don't want to install it. We want to look at it. Diverse Life. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. You guys are not seeing this. Hold on a second. I was over here just yapping around. Just yapping around. This is what it looked like. I tried to find TikTok. It's not on the Android store. It's not. I'm sorry. It's not on the Play Store, the Google Play Store. Let's see. It contains ads. That's always awesome. Let's see here. And so we got Discover Diverse Life. Yeah. None of it's in English. Where's the English? It's all in Ching Chong language, man. I don't know what to tell you. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to download the app to try and figure it out. That is for damn sure. Um, let's see here. Use the Onion browser, and isn't Red Note owned by the same company? Yes, it's owned by ByteDance, which is by law required to give information to the CCP. And they've said up and down that is not the way it works. But then when you read their actual like bylaws in Chinese, the Chinese government requires, and they're like agreed. So it's like it's a big game, guys. It's a big game. Like I said, the only way that TikTok is coming back is if the juice is worth the squeeze, and somebody who's got the money can make money on it. Right now, it's not a money maker because so much would have to be done to it. And let's face it. Let's say it is 90 days. Let's say President Trump gave him 90 days to figure this out. Okay, in 90 days, you didn't figure it out. You're done forever. It's that easy. It may disappear. There's lots of things. Okay, but we just have to look at it realistically. Now, there are, and I want to cover this before we go into the crazy stuff. That phone company is called Unplugged. Thank you guys for putting that in the chat. It looks like you can buy one. Let's see. They probably have different versions of it. Okay, so the Up phone is $989. Oh, and that would be $89 a month with Shop Pay, 4 interest-free payments or 4 interest-free installments, or from $89.27 with Shop. Check your purchasing power. No, we're not going to do that. So that's the Up. Where are we at here? Is there another one? Finally, a phone that won't exploit your data. Follow answering my bubbles. And they have their own chat program. They have all of that. But it's like It's almost it feels like it's going to be basically an echo chamber. This phone really does seem like it's designed for people that are in very high-end blue chip type business where they just don't want to be tracked and they don't want their information out there whatsoever. They want to be able to communicate semi-securely, and it's like I said, and they have their own app store of things. Let's see here, ups, show all products. There's the store, the apps library. Where are we at here? And so, you got Messenger, you got Up VPN, firmware manager, Upsync, antivirus, piracy support, Discord talk, chat, and so I guess Discord's working with them. That's interesting. You got Spotify on there is working with them. You got Snapchat is working with them. Um, let's see. Let's go to the second page because that's always been the big thing. You can get Zoom on it. You can get Audible on it. Where are we at here? WeChat, Telegram. You got Yahoo Mail is on there. Let's see here. Slack. I guess that's another team commitment. I don't know why anybody would want Reddit. Reddit is just like the sewer of the internet. You got Dropbox. Let's see here. We got Ruken Team Viber Messenger. That sounds like German security type stuff. Facebook Messenger, it can go through it. Microsoft Teams. You got MyFitnessPal. Let's see here. Oh, they even have TikTok on there. How is that even possible? That's a question right there. That's a question right there. You got X, which is fine. Um, let's see, the big talker. I think basically the way they mitigate some of these apps is that they just make it so that they can't talk or they can't transmit on the phone. Let's say AI video editor. That's a TikTok symbol right there. What do we got? They've got a lot of stuff, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Um, it's you got Ally, Amazon businesses on here. That's interesting. So it's actually come a long way in the last year of different Amway. Oh my God, really? Um, let's see here. I'm just gonna keep clicking on this till we get to the end of it. How many were there? 463 pages of apps. Wow, they've really come a long way uh since the beginning, basically. Menu, and I don't want this anymore. Let's go back to unplugged here. Let's go back to unplugged. Come on, go. Oh, you know what? It's just that page. There we go. All right. So, but the phone is $1,000. It's that easy. What's in the box? The up phone, screen protector, data cable, USB to USB, and the SIM ejection pin. Up's phone is made in Indonesia, includes a 1-year limited warranty, um, which mobile carriers work with Ups. It's equipped with the three big mobile carriers. Once verified, the phone currently works on AT&T and T-Mobile networks. We are pursuing verification with Verizon, but the process is more involved. Yeah, I would not buy one of these personally. I would not buy one of these if it doesn't have Verizon on it. And the reason is because Verizon pretty much works everywhere. I've had issues with AT&T. Some places they work perfectly. T-Mobile almost always works perfectly anywhere where there's 5G or a city, but you get it out in the rural areas and it's done. So yeah, there's that. Okay, so the main thing, what is the arrow? I guess isn't impacted by the TikTok. Are you change your location on your phone, your time zone outside of the United States, can still make it? I'm pretty sure you can do that, but the thing is it doesn't work very well if you're doing anything that's GPS related, because GPSs work off something called a datum, and if your phone saying, "Hey, I'm really over here," and your GPS is saying, "No, you're inside of this datum," then a lot of times it will just reset what you've put inside your phone. Let's see here. Many everyday people are a lot like us. They just want to live free lives no matter where they are. Exactly. And isn't Red Note owned by, yeah, exactly. It's owned by the same company, but it's the replacement for TikTok here in the US. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know, a lot of people are actually running off to Clapper and Clapper. What did I? Why am I just my camera is like I can see my camera pointing in a specific direction, but for some reason it's like weird. Something's up with it. Um, what do we got over here? What do we got in the chat? We only got like 18 people in here, and that's okay. It's Sunday. But guess who isn't impacted by the TikTok ban? Andy Pearson. That guy. Okay, let's see. I think that we're about done, guys. That's all I really wanted to do. Obviously, thanks for hanging out with me on Sunday. Uh, Lemon 8. Lemon 8. What is that another phone? Is that Lemon 8 is another phone? Lemon 8. Let's try that. Lemon 8. Fresh discoveries every day. That is not Lemon 8 app shut down in US TikTok ban after aftermath. No, I mean, yeah. Lemon 8 got shut down too. Lemon 8 is a social media app owned by Hellopedia Pte. Limited in Singaporean company connected to the Chinese internet company ByteDance. Boom, Lemon 8 got shut down too. 18 people and 18 likes. Sounds like you're hitting it out of the park. Plus, Starlink will work on T-Mobile soon. There you go. Exactly. Those, I don't know how they're doing it. Okay. But I think I do think that it's interesting. Now, see, here's the thing, guys. Don't get sucked in by this whole Starlink T-Mobile thing. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay. Let me be completely honest with you. A lot of people take their, take for granted the way cell phones work. They work indoors, they work outdoors, and they forget that most radio waves require line of sight. Now, you put something in front of, you put something between you and the sky, then you're not going to be using a satellite phone. That's why I always think it's funny when I see people like it's an apocalypse and he's got a sat phone up to his head and he's like, "Yeah, we're on our way," and then he's like in a tunnel or inside of a house. You know what I'm saying? Or he's like in deep in the bush in the jungles with triple canopy all over the place. You know, it's like lights barely even getting through. Why do you think that the radio signal from your chintzy little antenna is going to go through all of that when it requires line of sight? So don't get sucked into that. It's going to be a great thing, but remember, if you need to use it, get out of your car and you'll probably be okay. Also, by the way, clouds can mess with it too. I have a little bit of experience with Satcom, so just a little bit of experience with Satcom. Okay, guys, that's going to be about it. I hope you guys have a great Sunday. Don't forget tomorrow's Martin Luther King Day. I may do a live stream. I do have something prepared, but we shall see. I'll let you all know tonight. The members will obviously know first, but I will also put a message inside of YouTube letting people know that I will be having a live stream on MLK Day, just cause. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. All right, guys, as usual, stay safe. Have a great day, and I shall see you when I see you. Bye-bye. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up on the way out. Subscribe, ding those bells, all that good stuff. Later.